What's up, everybody? It's Corey, host of the Grease Pole Podcast, and gear's a little different today, all right? Hockey season started, but it's officially starting tonight for the Orange and Black, and it's going to be a long-ass 82 games, a really, really long 82 games, and what I wanted to start doing is, obviously it's an Eagles pod, right? But in terms of my fandom pecking order, the Birds have always been 1A, the Flyers have always been 1B. So it's an awesome time to be a Philly fan. It's great. The Birds are undefeated, Dallas weak. The Phillies are tied in the NLDS with the Braves. The Sixers hopefully won't lose in the second round this time. At least we'll get to the conference finals. And then we have these motherfuckers, okay? Look, wanted to branch out a little bit, start doing some Flyers stuff. So with the season starting tonight with the puck dropping on the Flyers season against the Devils, shout out to our guy Justin, wanted to kind of go over a season review and some of the things we're looking forward to, some of the depression you can expect as a Flyers fan for the next 82 games. So welcome to the Grease Pole Podcast Talks Flyers. And in terms of what's ahead, just get ready for a ton of gritty. All right, that's really smoke and mirrors, gritty. That's all Flyers social media is going to be putting out. That's really going to be one of the only good things about this season is gritty, okay? That's what the social media does. They flood gritty out there because, hey, look, we suck, but here's gritty. So get ready to see a lot of the Orange Meth Muppet, and we're all about it. We love gritty. But that's the Bobby Clark trophy winner of this team for this year. So there's that. Just be ready for a lot of gritty. Shit I'm looking forward to this season, okay? There's really not a lot, all right? But I can't wait to see John Tortorella square off against the Philly media. We've seen him in the past, and, he coached the Rangers, so there's a New York media history there. The Philly media is very similar. They're going to go after you. They're going to hold him accountable. Torts is the opposite of Alain Vigneault and Dave Hackstall and guys like that. Torts is abrasive. That's why we love him. All right. There's already the meme going around of I can't remember who it was laying prone on the ice in practice. All right. That's going to be what it's like with John Tortorella as a head coach. And personally, I love it. He's going to fit this city very well. But him and the media are going to clash. And he's going to say what's on his mind, which is what I fucking love about the dude. He's abrasive. He's surly. And I love the hire. And I can't wait to see him square off with the Philly media. It's going to be fucking great. So get the cage matches ready. Get the Hell in the Cell ready. It's going to be awesome. I'm not looking forward to the season being over by fucking Christmas. Okay? I'm really not. And could they surprise us? Sure. This very much feels kind of like the rebuild stage, the John Stevens year, where it was like, you suck, you're one of the worst teams in hockey. And look, in the NHL, you can go from being one of the worst teams in hockey to being fucking amazing overnight. You can. Is it possible? I hate to say it, not really with this team, it's not. But what you want to see here are steps. And John Tortorella kind of getting this team to play disciplined hockey, which it hasn't for several years. It didn't under Alain Vigneault. It did not. So Torts is going to be brought in. That was part of the reason he was brought in, to instill discipline in this team, to improve that blue line, and hopefully it works out. But let's be real here. Mathematically, we're going to be eliminated pretty goddamn early on. Storylines and shit I'm keeping my eye on. Carter Hart, all right? We finally had a goaltending prodigy. We had Sergei Bobrovsky, but we shipped him to Columbus for, a cotton candy vendor and fucking RJ Umberger, because that worked out so well. All he did was go on to win 2 Vezinas, right? So we got our guy in Carter Hart that we've been waiting for since Ron Hextall. And he seems like he's a fucking head case now, because the blue line was a disaster after Matt Niskanen retired. Alain Vigneault did not end up working out, as we said. So there's that. And ultimately, where Carter Hart is, that's going to play a huge role in the ultimate success of this team. He's supposed to be the guy to backstop for years to come, generationally. He's supposed to. So if he can get his head right and the defenseman in front of him can play well, Tony DeAngelo was acquired, Nick Delorier, or how the fuck you say that dude's name, from Minnesota, they've been brought in. So, look for Tony DeAngelo to contribute offensively. He's also going to, he's a Jersey guy. So he's taking a ton of pride in wearing this sweater. Deslauriers, whatever the fuck the dude's name is, defenseman from Minnesota. he's going to get a lot of penalty minutes, okay? That is what it is. So moves have been made along the blue line. Let's see if they help Carter Hart a lot, and he's got to stay out of his own head as well. That's kind of what worries me, is what kind of damage has been done to him. Confidence is everything for a goalie, and we got to build our guys back up. Otherwise, we fucked up another goalie. And then we get to watch him go elsewhere and probably win a couple Vezinas himself. The other thing is, since the roster is constructed the way it is, there's some young talent here. You've got Travis Konechny, you've got Joel Farabee. You know, there are some young pieces here, but there's also a young influx of talent that's coming up as well. As February and March come, is Torts going to let the kids play? I tend to think he's going to, because this is a dude that when Columbus traded for Patrick Laine, he sat his ass down early on in his tenure in Columbus once they traded for him. So Torts doesn't give a fuck, all right? And I hope that translates here, because a lot of these kids need playing time. Cam York, Tyson Forster, fucking Cutter Gauthier, even though he was just picked this year 5th overall. Wade Allison, Emile Andre. Play these dudes. Bobby Brink, Morgan Frost. See what they can contribute. The only way dudes are going to get better is playing with NHL caliber players. That's it. Quit tucking them away in the AHL with the Phantoms. Bring them up, see what they got. That's the best way to establish the future pipeline in this franchise. Hextall loaded it up. All right? Chuck Fletcher's doing his best he can to fuck it up, but there's still some young talent there that, if given an opportunity, you don't know what they can contribute. There's a lot of names there that Flyers fans have been hearing about for years. I love the Cutter Gauthier pick. Let's start seeing what some of these dudes can do. Bottom line. We're captainless right now. There's no captain for the Philadelphia Flyers. None, all right? And I like that statement by Torts. I do. So who's going to be the next captain of the team? I think that probably from the outside, Sean Couturier would be a good pick. He's rarely healthy, though. That's the problem with him. Selke Trophy winner. You love Coots, right? He's going to be a core piece of this team moving forward. But the health, there's always something there with him. Kevin Hayes, all right, Hollywood Hayes. He's a great locker room guy. You see him all the time in the tunnel before games, hyping dudes up. And he'd be a hell of a pick as captain of this team. But personally, my choice would be Cam Atkinson. All right, he's got history with John Tortorella. He's a new Flyer. He's somebody that could lead this team into kind of its new iteration, as guys like Claude Giroux aren't here anymore. Jake Voracek, that guard is done. It's a new generation of the team. And I think Cam Atkinson's got a great attitude, and he's the type of guy, he can score points. He's probably going to lead the team in points this year, at least in goals. TK might lead him in points, with assists obviously factoring as well. But I like Cam Atkinson as the future captain of this team. Any of those three dudes, really, I'd be cool with. Scott Lawton, but 89's my pick. I'd love to see Atkinson be the captain of the Flyers going forward. But again, let us know who you think in the comments below if you're a Flyers fan. Who do you want to rock that C? This is not, by the way, this is a personalized sweater, all right? My fat ass is going to be the next one. If you're getting custom sweater, I wanted to go extra douchey and pay the extra $15-20 to get a C on the chest, just to look like a major asshole. So that's what this is, all right? There's nobody for the Flyers wearing number 72 since Rob Zepp, okay? How'd that work out? Outlook for the year. How are we going to finish? Fucking cheeks. Maybe, at best case scenario, 6th, 7th in the Metro, all right? I think the only teams in the division, the only team probably that might be worse than us is the Islanders, okay? And that's just if this team can stay healthy and they can play tough hockey like Torts can do, maybe they find their way to 7th, maybe 6th. But the Devils are better than us, and I think those are the only two teams that might be below us in the dumpster of the Metro this year, the Devs and the Isles. And I think we're possibly better than the Islanders. Other than that, man, 7th and 8th is what we're looking at. This ain't a playoff team. It's not. Bottom line. This feels very much to me, like I said, if all the cards are played right, which I don't trust Chuck Fletcher at all, but if all the cards are played right, this could be kind of one of those years where you turn it around, like the year before the Stanley Cup against Chicago, where you fucking suck the year before, but you turn around and you find yourself making a deep run. The John Stevens year, where everything fell apart, and I believe it was 07-08, and then 08-09, you found yourself in the conference finals against the Antichrist Penguins. You don't know. It can turn around so quickly in hockey. And I think we got the right guy in place in Torts. But again, ultimately, it's up to the dudes on the ice. Bottom line. So let's see how the talent shakes out. Let's see how the influx of young talent gets utilized. Other than that, hey, pour yourself plenty of car bombs, get the Jameson ready. It's going to be a long season, more than likely, people. So at least we have the Eagles and the Sixers to distract ourselves, hopefully. So there's that. What do you think? What's your outlook on the Flyers season? Leave a comment below. We look forward to bringing you more Flyers content throughout the year as we kind of branch off to doing more than Eagles stuff here. But we're going to keep it Philly-centric. So if you like what you see, hit the subscribe button. If not, either way, thank you for checking out the video. And we look forward to talking more pucks with you throughout the season. And as always, go Orange and Black, go Flyers. It ain't going to happen. But as always, for real, go Birds.